that next day, the new beginning. And I was waiting for people to come help me to get us out under that building. And for the first time of my life, I said a prayer. And I remember I said to God, if you save me, I am going to serve you.
Hello and welcome to The Middle. We are so happy that you have joined us and you are in for a treat. One of my most favorite people on the entire planet is finally here on the yellow couch. Why has it taken us so long?
I don't know. Time is always right.
I know. We're both really busy. This is Williamson. He's more my friend. He's my brother. And he always leaves you feeling better than when you came. And so I can't wait for our viewers to get a taste of the magic that is in you. Because you share this optimism and faith, and it comes from a place that could harden and discourage individuals, and it hasn't for you. You are from Haiti. Am I saying it right?
Oh, yeah, Haiti, yeah.
Okay, but our mutual friend just said it differently. And I was like, wait,
they say IT.
Yeah, and
IT.
I'm like, should I be saying it like that?
Yeah, whatever you say. Yeah, Haiti, IT.
Okay.
It's the same.
Would I be cooler if I said IT?
Yes.
Okay. So you're from IT?
Yes.
Okay. And you lived through one of the worst tragedies.
Yeah.
Undescribable chaos and heartbreak.
In 2010.
In 2010. So, oh man, it's been over
11 years.
That is crazy. Does it feel like the earthquake just happened, or does it feel like it was 11 years ago?
No, it always seems like that was yesterday.
It does feel that way.
Because it's one of the things that keeps me going.
Because it's your why.
Yeah, it's one of my why.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other why is your beautiful wife and your babies.
My family.
You just had a baby girl, and she has you. She is in charge of the house now. Am I right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have two queens in the house now.
Yes, because you definitely treat your wife as a queen. And yet, how old were you when you found yourself in Haiti? Before all the beauty and miracles that are in your life right now, what was life for you growing up in Haiti? And what age were you when the earthquake happened?
So I was 16 when the earthquake happened. I was young in high school. And the way I raised, it's the way that every Haitian prayed for, by strong parents my parents were really very straight, There are things I could have never done in my life when I was young, and I didn't have friends. I was allowed to go outside. I only can go to school and come home and stay home, do your homework, clean things that need to be cleaned, and then get ready to go to bed for the next day. It's always,
work ethic.
Yeah. It's always, and I learned that in a country like Haiti, the way I raised, education was the gate for a better life. So if you want to open that gate, even get closer to that gate,
it's education.
It's education.
And then the earthquake happens and it destroys any infrastructure, right?
Every single thing.
There's no services. So basic things like water, food. Yeah. What was that? Because you literally survived it.
Yeah.
And what for you, was that the turning point? Was that when some fire in you because you had this work ethic, but there was this fire that ignited? Was it watching that destruction? Was it surviving it? Do you want to share what you felt and experienced?
So, I was 16 when the earthquake happened. I was in high school because I was in private school, because in private school, you have to stay to do your homework together with your classmates every day. That means my mom will come pick me up around 5 or 6 o'clock p.m. at the end of my homework. And that day, she felt like she has to come pick me up. She had that impression that I got to pick him up right now. And when she picked me up, I didn't know why. And I did ask her why she can pick me up. I jumped in the car and she dropped me off to my dad's orphanage, because my parents owned a few orphanages in Haiti at that time. And while I was in the orphanage with 12 other kids, and there was a little boy standing next to me who on the bottom floor of a 3-story building, on the bottom floor. And that's when the building started shaking and collapsed on top of all of us. But the thing is, I didn't know that was an earthquake, because I had no idea what an earthquake is at that time. And I was scared, yelling while I was under that building. And this boy who was underneath me kept asking me, are we going to die? Are we going to die? And I had a strong feeling that no, we're not going to die. And then we spent the entire night under that building with the other kids in the orphanage. And while I was under that building, I started yelling so people could hear me outside, but no one could because everyone, they went looking for their own family members. There's no one there that could even... It was
just chaos.
Yeah, chaos, yeah. Like everyone's looking for their own family members. Right. My mom wasn't there. My dad wasn't there. Like only the kids in the orphanage.
And you were taking care of them.
Yeah, because that's part of my job, to help them with their homework every day and to earn my money. And then while I was under that building, we spent the entire night. And the next day, but the thing is, in the middle of the night, I heard the other 11 kids stop screaming one by one because they were slowly dying. And that next day, the new beginning. And I was waiting for people to come help me to get us out under that building. And for the first time of my life, I said a prayer. And I remember I said to God, if you save me, I'm going to serve you.
And you have.
I didn't know how, but
yes,
that was the promise I felt that I needed to make.
So you survived this and you're still young.
Yeah.
What were the next steps that you took that led you forward to kind of get an idea of how God was going to use you?
So what after the earthquake, I had that strong feeling that I must be alive for some reason.
Yes.
That was like the beginning of something greater, much better for my life. And I was young, of course, but for me to be able to find that journey, that purpose of my life, it wasn't easy. But I knew that the promise I make with God, He will help me keep that promise if I'm willing to make that promise.
He provides the way.
Yeah. Like He was willing to walk with me if I'm ready to walk. And that's what happened.
So did you immediately start to see what your country needed? Was it obvious? Because you've shared with me that all of a sudden all these resources and donations started coming into Haiti.
Yeah.
But it wasn't getting to the people in the way that they needed it.
It's like nothing changed in the long term. Like,
right.
Do you understand how when you're trying to help someone and in reality what you're giving to them are not exactly what they need? It's what they want, what you see they want in your eyes. But in reality, Haitian needs more than that. Not more than that, like different thing than what you can provide to them.
It's like saying, oh, you're hungry, so here's cotton candy. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's something to eat, but it doesn't feed the soul.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
And so did you start to see like, I need to get out of here so I can help, or did you want to stay to help?
So I start to really rely on what should I do? Okay. Where should I go? Because after the earthquake, I joined the church. I served a mission for 2 years.
Where did you serve?
I served in Haiti. I started in Dominican Republic, but I served in Haiti. And then I ended up
the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah.
The long name.
Exactly. You're right. And then I ended up coming to Utah after my mission.
Okay.
That's like 5 years ago.
Right.
6 years ago. And when I came here, I didn't speak any English. No money to survive. No place to stay. I was living at my friend's. And then he introduced me to the church bishop, to the bishop of my ward. And then I get to live with my bishop while I was working on my English to go to school. And I remember coming here, I saw so many opportunities. I knew I had to do something for my people.
And did you you have a really awesome philosophy about making sure you surround yourself with mentors.
Yeah.
Did you immediately see like, I'm just going to learn and I'm going to surround myself with people that inspire me? Is that what you did? And you knew like education, you had already been raised with that idea that education mattered. So what was an example of where you hit a wall and you were like, no, I'm going to push through it? Where was your first like this is a wall and it could stop me, but I'm going to go forward?
I would say my English test.
Oh.
I remember I was getting ready to take that test, and my mom was sending me $160 every time I'm taking that test. Every time I take that test. And for someone in Haiti to send you $160,
that's like
not only you failing, but they also failing because they are giving you that money back again. But the thing is, my mom, there's something about my mom that I can't describe. And I remember to go on my mission, my mom had to sell everything she has, everything she owned to send me on my mission. But when I came here, my mom has to do the same thing to support me with that English test. Because I remember I failed that test 5 times. That's 5 times 160. A wonderful mother in Haiti has to save that money to send to you. And I remember the last time I couldn't take that test, I couldn't pass. And I decided to go back to Haiti because I didn't want to stay illegal. I want to go back because I didn't have a student visa yet. I haven't. And then while I was in Haiti, I keep reminding myself of the promise I make. If you save me.
Under the rubble.
Yeah, if you save me, I am going to serve you. But for me, I knew that a better way I can serve God is through my people. And the way I can serve my people is by learning something outside of Haiti and bring it back home. Yes. So when I came here, I was looking for mentors, people that can help me discover power, gifts, and talents from God within me to help me create a better life for myself and go back to help my people fill their own cup.
Which is exactly, you have done that.
Exactly.
You found your beautiful wife, you've started your family, and pretty quickly you had education and mentors.
Yeah.
And you developed this amazing foundation. Tell us about the Arise.
Yeah, Arise it's part of my life, Arise Project for Humanity. My wife always say it's my second wife. Yeah. Cause
you're passionate about it.
Oh yeah, it's part of my life, it's what opened my eyes to really help my country in the best way possible. Cause growing up in Haiti, I've seen so many organizations doing wonderful things in Haiti, but nothing really changed in the long term. Wonderful things doesn't mean that you're not helping. You're helping, but you're also hurting them at the same time.
Because it's not changing the root problem. It's not addressing the root issue.
So the thing is, Haitians are resilient people because they have to go through so many great things, so many hard things through earthquake, hurricane, and they survive the rising no matter what. But there gotta be another word to use for Haiti. Instead of resilient, what about they are capable? What about they are change makers? What about they are creators? Because they've been through so much now. How can they create with what they've been through? How can they implement those things, those experiences into something better for them?
And so you have really become passionate about creating mentorship programs and centers.
Yeah.
To replicate what you came and created for yourself by relationships and education in America. And you're creating like these little hubs where you can empower Haitians to have the same tools to make
mindset.
To make their own decisions out instead of an outside organization saying, let's fix this for you.
Yeah.
You're saying, here are the tools, you go fix it.
Exactly. It's like using that's when you really change the country, when you can use their own people to empower them. So when I started...
Because they understand everything.
When I take my wife to Haiti at a youth conference, when she's speaking, it's like there's nothing in the room, no one's listening. But when I'm the one speaking, sharing my story, they feel like, wow, he's been there.
He gets it.
Yeah, he gets it. So when I started Arise, it wasn't that I wanted to start my own organization, not at all. I wanted to help my people to learn the same thing I learned when I came here, like power of vision boards, the power of I am, affirmations, believe in yourself, honesty, work hard, work ethic, like all of these principles that help me progress. I would be sad. I would be sad if I
didn't pass it on.
Yeah, if I didn't pass it on to my people. And that's when I started this organization, because Haiti is the first black nation who claimed the independence in 1804. So the thing is, they claimed the independence, they free themselves physically, but mentally, they're not there yet. They're still trapped. They're still buried under the rubble of self-doubt. So what I'm doing right now is to help them rise from doubts, from sex trafficking, from exploitations, from everything that's trapped them under that rubble. Because we still have millions of young people who are still buried under the rubble, you know?
And you had a really amazing gift in 2020 with winning the Kevin Hart Award. That's what I call it, but it's not called the Kevin Hart Award. It's Mars Shot.
Yeah.
And you were one of, was it 6?
One of the 3 finalists,
oh,
3
the 3
winners.
finals. That infused the foundation with the next step resources to really make these mentoring centers a reality for you.
Because the thing is, if you set the goal will help you recognize how to make it happen. I knew that I was supposed to be a mentoring center in Haiti in order for me to expand the program. Like last year, we had over 310 mentors and 4,000 youth graduated from the mentoring program. It was time to expand that, to build a center where these youth can have their own space to learn, because where
they have access to computers, to
exactly
everything.
English courses, like college, university online.
Resume building, all
of these, And then I put this on my vision board because I wanted to build a building. And then that same year, I put this on my vision board. I was watching Kevin Hart. He wanted to make people's dream come true. He's looking for 3 people. And then when he said that, and I make the video the same moment, I wash my face and I put the camera in front of me and I said, my Mars Shot, which is my biggest dream, is to build a mentoring center in Haiti. It's going to be the first mentoring center in the Caribbean. And I want to build that place that will create change makers, where anyone that enter that place will never leave that place the same way they came from. And then I said to Kevin Hart, I am the guy you're looking for. I'm going to be the Mars Shot. And I tell him that.
You got it. And you got it.
I did.
I love being around you because I feel the evidence of God's power in everything that you do. And we could have 3 or 4 more episodes where we talk through race and faith and recovery and healing and what you've done to give back to your family of origin, and caring for your mom and your siblings. Yeah. You are a man of principle and of hope. And I think right now, if ever there was a message that is needed in the world, it's that no matter what you're faced with, that God can use that and make it so much more. And that's, if I was to describe you, that's how you live your life.
Thank you.
And you give permission for the people around you to rise up as well. So I'm so grateful that you have channeled that into a formal foundation and organization that's literally creating that embodiment of who you are, but in a program, because it's hard to replicate that. And so I love the enthusiasm and faith that you live your life by. I love to ask my guests about the manna in their life, the things they do every day, just like the children of Israel, where it allows them to rely on God for that day, to move forward, to do the next day, and stay in a place of faith and hope. What is your manna?
That's a great question. It's a great question. So the thing that I always keep is gratitude in my heart. Wherever I go, I'm always grateful. I'm grateful for people who came to my life, who live. I'm grateful for chances I've been given, for gifts and talents I've been given. I'm grateful for you, who always stand with me. You know, good for my wife, who always there no matter what. Good for my kids. It's that's grateful box that I put in my heart and carry everywhere I go. So
I think there's no better answer, because you could easily be bitter. You know, we are friends, and so I know the things that you still face, and I've shared with you the things I face, and gratitude can pull you to a place of what's possible, and abundance, right? Instead of what's not working, it refocuses on what is possible and what's happening. And thank you for always teaching me that.
No, you always
teach me that by your example. You are always so grateful and humble, and yet you're also so focused on, like, I am not sitting still. I am going to be used by God to change the world that I've been put in. And we need more of that enthusiasm, because there's so much on the news every day that's like,
right?
oh yeah, we're just like, oh, there's no change and no hope, and it's always going to be that way.
Yeah.
And so thank you for showing what's possible.
Thank you. Thank you. If I can come here and be where I am today, everything is possible.
Everything is possible. And there's so much to hope for.
Yeah.
Would you come back? I know there's a lot of new things coming in the future for you. And I would love to have an open invitation for a report a year from now to see what's on the vision board, what's happening in Haiti, what lives have continued to be changed by your faith and your hope in humanity.
You know what? I think it's not really about me. It's all about God. It's all about God. And I'm excited for what's coming. There are so many great things that are coming for my people. Like right now, we are building a mentoring center in Haiti right now. And my book is coming at the end of, in the fall. And all of this, it's all about God's using me to empower these people, to help them, to guide them, to take them where He needs them to be. Because one thing I believe is that I was part of this little island's creation. And I need to get it ready for anything that is coming.
For Jesus to come back.
Whatever is coming, whoever's coming, I need to get it ready for that.
Yes.
So that's a promise
that you're keeping.
I want to keep.
So how can people find you and support the foundation?
You're
so blowing it up on Instagram. I'm just going to say that.
Thank you. So you can look us up anywhere on social media: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, ariseprojectforhumanity.com. And
always taking donations.
Yeah.
If you want your money to go right to the heart of a solution, I wholly endorse.
I second testify that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I know the integrity by which you run the foundation, and you make sure all the resources go exactly to where problems are being solved.
Thank you. Not only that, I'm Haitian.
Yeah.
It's the people who's the head of the work. And not only that, I get to work with a lot of great young leaders on the ground. Those are the people who's mentoring their own people. It's Haitians mentoring Haitians. So we provide transportations for them, laptops, spaces. We're renting at least three spaces right now so they can use. And we just purchased a new car for our mentors to travel for conferences. And all of that, it's because of our generous donors. And I'm grateful that people like you can trust and believe in this work. And now it's my full-time job. I'm like 100% on
Which is so great, because you were running other businesses and in school and doing all the things.
I know. Family.
Yes, a lot.
Travel every month to Haiti.
And now you're full focus.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you, brother. I sure love you. I'm so grateful to know you.
You're the best. Thank you.
When I get depressed, I just have to go find Williamson's post. He's usually dunking himself in some ice water or some crazy workout. He's always doing something.
But I love you. I surround myself with.
I'm so grateful to know you.
Thank you.
So grateful. And thank you for joining us here on The Middle. If you need to feel positive or happy, or you have a friend or a family member that is just feeling like life is beating them down and they have no way out, please share this episode. Let them know that no matter what is thrown at you, God can use you right where you're at. And if you surround yourself with people that remind you of the hope and the power that you have inside, there's nothing that can't be done. Thank you again, and we'll see you here on The Middle.